Hey guys, so there have been a few channels already going over this and some news outlets covering this topic, and I thought I would try and make my take on it as well and give my thoughts on it as well. I decided to write down a bunch of little notes and stuff here in my little book. So if you see me just looking down, that's why I'm kind of going off that. So YouTube is pretty odd when it comes to their videos. And specifically, what I mean by that is the fact that if you have a certain topic going on in the video, or there's something shown during the video, something said, it has to go through all their rules and regulations if your video is allowed or not. Most of my videos, if not all of them, should be fine. I did have maybe one or two videos that were kind of flagged a while back because I had copyright music in it, and that was my fault in my early days of YouTube. But this sort of thing here is something that is honestly just wrong. And I'll kind of touch on some other stuff that I've seen in the past that honestly just makes me sick. And specifically, this is stuff on YouTube that has to do with videos with children in it. Now, I know immediately people are going to be thinking, oh my god, pedophilia, no, 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 don't talk about that, don't talk about minors. No, 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 not that. It's pretty much the lower level bad version of that, which is basically child abuse. Not straight up just, doing the bad to a kid, but child abuse from their parents specifically. Or in some other videos that have already been taken down from multiple channels, is like having some sort of sexual content just snuck into the video, basically under the pretense that, oh, this is a video about doing stuff with kids, but there's a hidden sexual content in there. Before I get to that, the thing I'm speaking of is there was an Asian channel. I cannot remember exactly what the title of it was, but there were videos of a mother playing with one or two children, but throughout each of the videos, it would be the woman constantly pushing the kids off to the side so she could have her legs spread and show her panties, basically show her crotch. She was never naked underneath her dress, skirt, whatever, but it would always be that either she would be sitting with her legs widely spread out, she'd be knelt down, hugging her knees, and pulling up her dress just to show that to the camera. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Not only are you ruining content for other people, but you right there are just proving that your channel needs to be deleted immediately. Not given a strike, but just deleted. If you're gonna do that shit, go to Pornhub or RedTube or some shit like that. But now we get to the stuff where it's actually hurting the kids. You guys might have already seen it already. There is this woman named Michelle Hackney who lives in the state of Arizona. Well, she owns a channel called Fantastic Adventures. The channel was made back in 2012. They got over 250 million views, just over 800,000 subscribers. And yeah, she is arrested right now for child abuse of 7 kids. Which I'm like, what the actual fuck? Some of them aren't even her biological children. Some of them are adopted. And 2 of the kids, well, actually 3 of them, at least one confirmed biological daughter and 2 adult sons, 3 adults. So she's been arrested for child abuse, 7 counts of child abuse, 5 counts of unlawful imprisonment, and 2 counts of child molestation. Now, specifically about those, it'll kind of get into that. So if you guys are kind of squeamish about that sort of stuff, I apologize. You can leave the video now. For those who want to know about this sick bitch, she would physically abuse the kids if they weren't doing stuff correctly in the videos. These videos were just all skits and things done with the kids and the mother. Now, honestly, immediately I'm like, okay, that sounds a little weird. There's channels out there that have done that, but for people here on YouTube, a good number of people remember the fiasco that was Daddy 05 and that shit show. I remember. But it goes really, really worse than Daddy-O-5, honestly, with what this woman does. She physically abused them if the kids don't do the lines correctly or they refuse to. Specifically, with the following, that I just... What kind of person? Locking them in closets, starving them, forcing them into ice baths, beating them with objects, specifically the ones were listed, was with belts, hairbrushes, or clothes hangers. And even one of the worst things here is that she would use pepper spray on the kids, spraying them from head to toe, especially getting them in the face and the genitalia. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you are not in the circus right now. These are not circus animals that you are, like, prodding or poking or, like, zapping with a taser stick or anything. These are your own children. It's like, yeah, animal abuse is completely horrific and a terrible thing. I 100% agree. But this right here, this is just wrong. Like, and the thing is, there were some times when the kids didn't want to be filmed. So it's like, okay, you're forcing the kids to be on camera. You are forcing them to be filmed. And from what they gathered is that she pulled these kids out of school years ago. She pulled all the kids out of school. So now just kind of a question, how much did she fuck up their futures for their education? Like, that sort of thing is like, how much did she ruin their lives? Not just with all this abuse, but also with their own intelligence and their education for what they need in the future. And considering that she forced them out of school and is basically forcing them to do all this stuff on YouTube to make a video to then get monetization and then get revenue in, that is forced child labor. Now, there were the two adult sons that I mentioned before. Their names were Logan and Ryan. They have also been arrested. People are probably saying, whoa, why were the kids arrested? Well, these two numbnuts here were arrested because they didn't fucking report this. They knew about it, but they never reported to the police. And they were adults, so they're arrested. The 19-year-old biological daughter, whose name I could not find anywhere, she actually reported it to the authorities after one of the adopted children told her about it. Now, immediately, I'm just like, that sort of thing right there, if one kid has to sneak information out to someone to basically say, hey, we need help, go get help, that is just monstrous. The police actually did show up and arrested her, but Michelle kept on saying, oh, no, everything that they're saying is wrong. Like, this isn't what I would do. All I would do is spank them, ground them, or make them stand in a corner. I would never do anything like that. Police came to the home, and they found 7 kids that were starving. They were pale. They were white as sheets. One of them was in a closet that apparently was wearing nothing, no clothes, but a pull-up diaper. What? And then even the kids would tell the cops that, like, they are hungry, they're thirsty. It is just a horrific sight to even imagine. And apparently even one of the kids was saying that they were so thirsty, cops gave the kid water. They gave all the kids food and water that they wanted, that they needed, they desperately needed. Apparently one kid drank 3 16-ounce bottles of water in under 20 minutes. Kids that are very young. It's like, what the hell? And the thing is, the kids were actually afraid to eat any food. Anything. Because they said, quote, Mom might smell food on my breath and hurt me. The kids are terrified just to actually do something to survive because their mother has just hurt them so badly. And the thing is, with Michelle denying all this shit, they actually raided the entire house, and in her bedroom, they found multiple bottles of pepper spray in her bedroom, which apparently was right next to the closet that she would occasionally lock children in, which apparently has been dubbed the green room. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. And like the kids were like some of the kids were asked about the child abuse, about like the physical beatings and everything. They confirmed it. The 19-year-old told the cops. They came, found the kids. They asked the kids. Yep. Yeah. She took the kids out of school to force them to make YouTube videos. What? What kind of person would fucking do that? And the thing is, like, YouTube has demonetized the entire channel, which I'm like, okay, that's fine, but YouTube, take down the video. Take down the channel. Take down everything. Delete all of it. Honestly, whenever it comes to shit like this, and just kind of like before I go forward on my little ranting and shit, the kids are safe now. They are safe. They have been taken into control of the child safety authorities, child protective services. They are safe now. They are out of danger. The kids are safe now. But YouTube demonetizing the video because of allegations, but not removing the channel is pretty stupid. There was a whole incident that happened recently where there was a guy who was convicted for child molestation of little girls, and they had a channel up, and apparently there were several channels just like it. YouTube did not delete them immediately because the guy was still under investigation, but apparently in one of their quotes they said that they would remove the channel after the investigation is complete and the person under investigation is found guilty. And it's like, this sort of thing right here is pretty much open shut case. It disgusts me that there are people out there who do this sort of thing. And I really, really kind of wonder, what kind of person does it take to actually just ruin the lives of children, your own children, to do this sort of thing? I honestly have no idea. In the future, I want to at least have a daughter. And the reason I say that is because, well, pretty much a stupid reason for me, is I played the BioShock series. And specifically, BioShock 2 made me feel very protective over the little sister in the game. Because you're playing Subject Delta, the Big Daddy, you're trying to get your little sister, basically your daughter, because she calls you father, and it just made me feel like I want to have a daughter someday. Whether it be biological or adopted, I would love to have a daughter. But I would never in my life want such abuse like that to happen to her from me or anyone else. Just seeing that sort of stuff, I honestly don't know what kind of person would take their children out of school, cut off their education, to bring them home and abuse them, treat them like animals, just to make YouTube videos. And then there's still kind of the question right now, how long ago were they taken out of school? How many years has this been going on? I don't know. I really don't know, but I just hope that she gets thrown in prison for life. People who get arrested and put in jail for child abuse imprisonment and molestation should not be put back out into the world. No. All that sort of shit in prison for life. That's what I say. If there is like 100% proof, if every single person involved says that that happened, if there is undeniable evidence, physical evidence you can hold, then that person deserves to be in jail to rot for the rest of their lives. But that is where I'm going to end this video now. Just about 16 minutes. So, yeah. I watch other YouTube channels out there that cover news and stuff, and I'm actually kind of waiting to see Phil DeFranco's video. I saw he posted one up, but I was like, I'm going to do mine before I watch his. Because that's actually where I get a lot of my own little bits of news here and there, I should say. But that's all I gotta say. So, like, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. At least try and share this video just to let people know if you see someone that you think is being abused. If you feel that you yourself are being abused, contact law enforcement or something. Contact someone that you know you can trust. Try and call your superiors. Try and call an adult if you have to. But if you know that there's something going wrong with yourself or someone else, if you see that there's something different, then don't hesitate. Because that could pretty much be the difference between life and death. Especially in situations like this. Honestly, if she kept on going on with that with those kids, she might have starved them to death. But that's where I'm going to end the video here. I'm sorry that the video was so different, so pretty intense. But that's all I gotta say. So I guess thank you guys for watching. Share the video. That's basically it. So I'll talk to you guys later. So adios.